Hey!
What up, what up, what up?
It's time! We are here!
We are. A little scattered, but we're here.
She's got a new sassy haircut.
I got it trimmed up again. Yo.
What's up, peeps?
How's everybody doing? Where y'all at?
What's going on with this
Where y'all
thing?
at? I can't see nothing.
Tag friends. Oh, no. What happened? What happened?
Yeah,
there we go.
Here we go. Okay.
What's up, Jeff? What's happening? It's good to see you last week. Melbourne. What's up, Sharon? How are you?
Hey, Cheryl.
What's up? Oh, Cheryl, shout out to you. I saw that post in True Blue.
Right? That was nice.
Own it, girl. Gonna own it.
Loving it.
Take ownership. What's up, Tori?
Hey, Tori and Bryce.
Bryce, I love the regulars. Like, what's up, man? What's going on?
They got their clock set. They know what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. What's going on? Canada's in the house. What's up, guys? Nice to be with you guys here today. We're excited to jump back in with you guys. Another week has gone by. These weeks just click off. And we hope that you guys had a great week. We are obviously closing in on the end of the month. So, you know, it's business.
Clock's ticking.
It's tick-tock, right? We hope that you guys had a great week. I know I saw a lot of activity. We're going to recap some of what went down last week, some of what's going to go down for the next couple of days. And we'll talk a little bit about something that went down over the weekend. We had a great time. We invested a little bit more in ourselves personally, some personal growth, got ourselves around some successful people. That's always a good thing when you do that. So we'll chat a little bit about that. Hello from Mexico.
Nice.
Hey, what is up, Blanca? Nice to have you here. So we got Canada on the phone, on the live. We got Mexico on the live. We got California. We're all over the United States. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we might get Spain on the live. I don't know. We might have some of our Spanish friends jump on.
They don't understand us too well because we've not learned Spanish yet.
Well, this is true. This is true. Look,
Shayla, you must have known what we were talking about. She's like, oh, I got to get on this, see what they're saying.
We just got a bridge. The bridge is now on to Spain. Shayla, why don't you tag our Spanish friends and see if they jump on this live with us? Even though they can't understand what we're saying, unless we say chicken or pen, then they'll understand. What's up, Teresa? So, Lynette, take it away.
So this week's core value that we're highlighting, you guys, is lead with kindness. I love that core value because you never lose when you're doing that. And when we're talking about lead with kindness, it's not in leadership. Of course, it's in leadership, but not in leadership alone. It's just leading your every move with kindness. It's a mindset, right? And so, you know, Brandon talked about this weekend, we invested in ourselves, personal development. One of the things that was brought out is something that I would equate to leading with kindness in your follow-up. Because when we think about follow-up, you guys, our brains a lot of times are thinking, okay, did you watch the video yet? Did you read over the brochure that I gave you yet? A lot of times that's what we think our follow-up has to be, when the reality is you don't have to say a word about the video or the brochure or whatever it is, the webinar. You don't have to say a word about any of that. They're thinking it. So all you're doing is making another touch. Not to say that you reach out and only chat every time. You sprinkle it both in. But the point is, you're making them feel loved. You're making them feel important because you're leading with kindness. So that may be, hey, I was thinking about you the other day because of this, or I just drove by something that triggered my memory of you. I know how much you love azaleas, and there's this most beautiful bush. You got to see this picture and send it to them. It's just a touch of you're on my mind, because every time you do it, they are thinking what you want them to be thinking, but it's from a more genuine and loving place. So here's the thing, you guys. At some point, our contacts, they know what we're doing, right? They're watching us. They're in tune to what we're doing. At some point, when the timing is right in their life, they're going to come to us for what it is that we're doing. It doesn't require us being in their face every single time we talk. That's how we lose friends, right? They're friends first. So in all aspects of your business, you lead with kindness. I was trying to remember, what was the other thing we were talking about in regards to that?
With this? Or?
Yeah, with this specific topic.
Well, maybe I'll just tell you what's kind of on my mind, and maybe it'll jog your memory. But there's going to be a lot of opportunities in this business where your kindness will be challenged. Let's just say that.
Ooh, I like that. I get it. I'm listening.
And it's going to happen whether, if you're new, maybe someone says something mean to you in reply to your invite. Like, you know, I can't believe you're in one of those things. You're better than that. You're smarter than that. Well, you've got a choice. You can, you know, tell them what you're thinking, your first response, or you can pause for a second and then lead with kindness. And I can promise you kindness is going to go a whole lot further. Or maybe you've been around this for a little while and you've got an organization that you've been working with, and there's someone in your organization that's now done something that has upset you. It can be a million different things. As you guys know, this is a people business, and that's what's amazing about it. And as you guys know, this is a people business, and that's what's challenging about it. Because personalities don't always mesh, and you're not going to attract, you know, clones to your organization. In fact, if you are thinking that's what it's going to be, then you're going to have a very small organization. And so you have to be able to lead with kindness, even when it's not easy to lead with kindness, if you want to build a big organization. And it really just comes down to you being in a mindset of just a higher plane, right? Almost feeling sorry for people who upset you. If it's someone in your organization that you've been sacrificing for and you've done a lot for, and they don't appreciate what you've done because they've said something nasty to you, or they've made a comment that's come full circle back to you, maybe your first response is to light them up on the phone and let them know what the score is. But that's not the right thing to do. That's not how you build a big organization. How you do it is you lead with kindness. You treat people the way they want to be treated. And you just understand that this is a process of growing. And if you are the leader of the team, hopefully you have grown to greater planes or greater depths than people in your organization, because that's what's going to help you grow. So there's a number of ways you guys can apply core value number 7. But I do like what Lynette was saying, because follow-up is something that we should be doing every day. And most people don't follow up because they don't want to run their friends off. They don't want to damage the relationship. So they just don't follow up. Well, that's the worst thing you could do. You must follow up. You just must find a better way to follow up. And if you'll do that with not always, you know, jamming your agenda down your network's throat, then they're going to come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Don't know if that helped.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, not to trigger what I was thinking, but it does.
Well, sorry for wasting the last 3 minutes. I'm kidding.
Seriously. I'm kidding. I loved where you took it. It just didn't trigger any memory, is what I was trying to say.
Well, thanks for being kind.
I love you. Okay. Tell us more about Go Green.
Oh.
People have been lighting that up.
So, guys, so excited about what I saw at in our team page right here, the Team True Blue Facebook group, last week when we did a webinar, I think a week ago tonight, and we had a few of our rock stars on there talking about how they have been able to get customers and thousands of dollars of customers. It was a phenomenal webinar with a lot of nuggets in there. And so that was all in the name of helping everyone here in our team increase the amount of customers that they have. And so our app, our LifeVantage app, has an update, if you don't have the latest version, that allows you to see your PV, personal volume, and your OV, organizational volume, live to the minute. And the beauty is when you click on there is a little box, and that box is either going to be red or green. Green is good. Green means money. How so? if if there you go, Cheryl. Cheryl knows what's up. I know Tanea knows what's up. If your PV is up, if your PV box is green, then it means basically you've got more customers than you had the month before, which means you've got some Smart Start money coming, right? And we know Smart Start is commissioned at 30 or 40%, depending on what your auto ship or PV is, if it's 200 or more. And the big idea here, though, was not just your own PV. If you have a team, imagine if everyone or the majority of your team's PV is up. What does that mean? It means I'm not going to say impossible, because anything is possible. But what's up, PJ? I know PJ's boxes are green.
She got green hearts.
She's got green hearts. And I love, PJ, look what you did today. I'm drinking liters of water, so thanks for your post this morning. If your entire team's boxes are green, it's virtually impossible that your check doesn't go up, your unilevel check. So just know that if you can set the pace for your team, set the standard that you have a goal of increasing your PV every month, then if you can teach, you're going to make some money. You're going to make more money. If you can teach that to the team, if you can teach your team what you did to go green, you're not going to make a little money. You're going to make thousands of dollars, because that's it. First, you do it and go make some money. Then teach what you did and make lots of money. And how, guys, we heard over and over and over from seven-figure earners that if what you're doing is complicated, it won't duplicate and you won't have a seven-figure income. It has to be so simple. And I don't know how we can make it any more simple than what this app is offering us right now. Just open it, go at the bottom where you'll see it's your network, right? You hit the network, it opens up, and you've got three choices. Hit the bottom, which is me. When you hit me, your organization opens up, and you can see your PV right away. You can swipe to the left, see your OV, and it should be your goal that both of them are green, right? And why am I making a big deal about it right now? Well, it's the 29th, which means all of the auto ships have run. So I know in the beginning of the month, like for us, the beginning of the month, well, we do have our auto ship on the 5th. I'm pretty sure our auto ship runs on the 5th. Mm-hmm. So our box will be red or green pretty quickly in the month. I know some of you have your auto ships a little later in the month. I would suggest that you guys move those up no later than the 15th. The 5th or the 10th is what you should do and what you should teach, because then you have more of the month for yourself to go green and to help your team go green. So not only should you be green, but you should be green earlier in the month, because that gives you the ability to have time to work. So, but it's the 29th and you got 2 days left to go green. So if you're not green, if you're still red, then you've got today and tomorrow to get your PV up. And tonight there's going to be an opportunity for you to do that with Tori Hill. She will be doing our opportunity webinar tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And she shot Lynette a message and said, make sure you promote it, because we've got a phenomenal testimony. And so I love the timing of that.
Yeah, she's fired up about it, or else she wouldn't have. I mean, she obviously knows what's coming on tonight's webinar, and she wouldn't have sent the message if she wasn't fired up about it, which means you should probably monopolize on that. I said it right. So that it can help you go green. She's setting it up for you. So if you don't have anything else in place to plug somebody into, plug them into that, because it's going to be incredible. And you can promote it in that way. Listen, there's going to be a story you're going to want to hear on there. So jump on.
Yeah, so tonight's a great way that you can follow up with kindness. If you haven't followed up in a while, promote tonight's call. And just remember, it's good for you to be on tonight's call, but it's better for you to have guests. Guest is what's going to make you go green, not just having distributors on there. So I'm going to be working on inviting today and getting people onto that webinar tonight. So put Tori to work for you. Put Team True Blue to work for you tonight. She's got a phenomenal testimony lined up, and that's why we do it. We do those with intention. And so we are intentionally trying to help you grow your PV, grow your customers. And I'm just going to tell you guys that app is on its way. It's coming in a big way to help you grow your business. I love the new update, and there's some more updates coming within the next couple days.
And I'd add, you guys, don't settle for where your numbers are at right now. There's a lot of time left for you to maximize this month's volume. So if you don't have anything scheduled, we just gave you something for tonight to invite to. If you don't have anything for tomorrow night to invite to, schedule it now. It's not too late. People do last minute stuff all the time. Our lives are kind of that way. We're all so busy. People don't know what they're doing a week from now, but they know what they're doing tomorrow night. So set something up. I know I'm going to be presenting at home tomorrow night. There's meetings going on all over the place. And if there's not one, create one. Whether it's a Facebook group that you invite to a live, or if you do a Zoom, or if you do an in-home presentation, which is so powerful because of that human connection, have something to invite to. Don't just settle for where you're at. There's too much time left in the month, and you are the pace car for your team. So keep that in mind.
Why don't you chat a little bit about culture and some of the things that we...
Well, so that was another thing that we heard so much about this weekend, is how important culture is. You guys, you know how good it feels to be a part of something. You know, like when you're having certain groups of friends to the house, you get pumped depending on that group of friends because you know you're going to have a good time. You're going to join each other's company. Our goal every time we get together with a group of people in LifeVantage is to create an environment that people want to be in. So this Saturday is our virtual workshop. That's an opportunity for you to create an environment that people want to be in, because there's many times where we've had somebody show up at a culture type event, meaning like we've had different things where we'll have a group meet like at a beach type restaurant and everybody kind of hang out and talk, and there's no formal presentation. It's really just kind of a team building activity. People have joined just from wanting to have more of that, just having something that they belong to. Well, the workshop Saturday, you've got an opportunity to create that environment. So if you look at your team and you go, there's no one on my team doing a workshop this Saturday, that means you need to do it, right? Create the environment that people are going to want to come back to. We've got the virtual workshop for you, right? We're doing the heavy lifting for you. All you need to do is create an environment that people want to be in. So you do it on your terms. We have people who have everybody bring a little covered dish. They do it in the morning. They do a brunch. They do an early after, lunchtime activity. Whatever works for you and your schedule. That's why we record it and provide it the night before, because we have teams all over at all different time zones. So it allows you to do it on your terms and on your network's terms. Make the most of it. This is your opportunity to build an environment that people want to come back to. So just understand the significance of culture. Understand that that is a huge piece of why people not only come to LifeVantage, but stay at LifeVantage. That is the reason that we highlight a core value every week, because we want to make sure that we're doing our part to put together an environment where everyone can thrive and win and enjoy being a part of it. So
I'm seeing some questions come up as Lynette was going through that about where do I sign in? What's the webinar? So thanks for asking.
Are they talking about the webinar tonight, or are they talking about the workshop?
Well, let's just talk about both of them, okay? The webinar tonight, it's the same webinar ID number we've been using, and you can find that at teamtrueblue.org. Just go to events, and you'll see that. It's promoted everywhere, or you can even go into our team page right here. Tanea has posted, produced flyers with that ID number.
So I know that Tanea right now is composing a flyer for tonight's webinar. And it's taken her a little time because there is a guest on there. So she's not using the same picture that she always uses. She's trying to create one. But even if you went back to last week's webinar, if you want to know right now what it is, you go back to last week's information, it's the same information. It's the same every week. So if you're the one asking, I didn't see who it was, but if you're the one asking, why don't you save it in the notes section of your phone or somewhere in your phone so that you don't feel like you have to wait from week to week to see that announcement? It's there every time. I think.
Yeah. If you just go to Team True Blue and go to events, right? If you'll go inside there, you will see everything that we're doing either daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. There's a whole calendar there. And as what Lynette just said, it's powerful as a leader, right? When you start leading a big team, it's not your job to answer every question for your team. It's your job to be able to point them in a direction where they can find the answers. And so that's the webinar tonight. Now, this Saturday is not a webinar that we in Zoom. What it is a recorded link in YouTube that you can download. Hopefully that's what you guys are doing on Friday. We go in and post on our Team True Blue YouTube channel, the link. It goes live. Last month, we put it in on Thursday night. But normally between Thursday night and Friday night, it gets uploaded into Team True Blue's YouTube channel. If you are not a subscriber, when this is over, go to Team True Blue's YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Team True Blue. First, it's the first one that'll come up, and then hit subscribe. And as soon as we upload videos in there, you're gonna get a notification from YouTube, okay? So you'll have that link. You can download it onto your computers, or if you wanna trust the Wi-Fi, then you can do that too, and just hit play and let YouTube do the work for you. Just sometimes, you know, with Wi-Fi connections, if you're hosting a big event, I would suggest that you download it to your hard drives and not trust YouTube. But nevertheless, that's how you find those events. But what Lynette just said is huge about culture, guys, because Team True Blue, while we do have a culture, and it's in place, it's concrete. Who we are is who we are, right? You know who we are by now because we've been doing this 10 years. There's no surprises of who we are and what we represent and what we attract. But within the team, there are people from not only different states in the United States that have a little twist to their culture, but there are people from other countries. We have our Canadian team. We love the Canadian team. And guys, I just looked over at this dog. Look at this dude. Bentley, what are you doing? Oh, the life of Bentley. Oh, goodness. Okay, so look, we got new subscribers. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And you guys love Bentley. He's just chilling. He's like, this is what Mondays are like, guys. We just sleep upside down. So we're talking about culture. Our Canadian team has their own culture, and they do things a little bit differently. Some of it's by necessity. Their packs are different. Their product offerings are different. By the way, hair care in Canada, you guys have a tour coming with some fireballs. I wouldn't miss that if I was you guys this week. But we also have a Mexico team, and bigger than that, our Spanish team that spans Puerto Rico and into Spain. Guys, those cultures are different. And so that's why we give you a recording and allow you to determine when you're going to do your live event. And actually what day. You guys don't have to do it on Saturday. We give you the link on Friday. If you want to do it Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, that's up to you. If you want to do it Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. If you want to do it the second week of the month, the third week of the month. We try to keep things systematic, and that's why we put it out the first week of every month. But that's up to you to decide as a leader. If you're putting the event together, guess what? You get to decide. You get to decide everything. You get to decide when, where, how, all of that. We just supply you about a 90-minute training every month to help you grow your business. You decide the culture. You decide some of those other stuff.
I will tell you that routine is a good thing, right? That is something that we've learned.
You mean it's not good to do it on the first week and then the second week and then that's not good?
Routines are good. They are helpful because people plan out things in advance, and if they know first Saturday of the month, got a workshop to go to or to do, then the chances are more likely that you have the results you want. And the third Saturday of the month, you know, a few times a year is when we have the lead school trainings. And so anyway, to me, if you can do it either that first Saturday or Sunday, that's the routine. I know some networks, Saturday's not a good day for trainings. And for them, Sunday's the better thing to do. But I don't think I'd get random about it. I don't think I'd just do it here or there. So anyway, just something to think about. Yeah, so I want to leave you with a thought from a conversation I had last night, a story I want to share with you guys. And it got me excited again last night. It's amazing, we're almost 10 years into this business. This October will be 10 years with LifeVantage and around Protandem. And we just had taken a red eye home last night, to come home only to a busy schedule on Sunday that I really wasn't expecting and Lynette wasn't expecting. And so last night it was time to chill, and I get a text message from a 7-figure earner that wanted to talk. And I'm not going to give you too many details because that's not important, but here's what's important. What's important is they are inquiring about LifeVantage and, more importantly, Protandem, and wanted to connect me with someone that's looking at building globally with LifeVantage. And so I've been working with this person for well over a year now. And their comment was this. They asked me about some volume in a specific part of my organization that they have, been kind of watching just to see the progression, to see if they want to be involved. And when I gave them the numbers, there was a little bit of a pause from this 7-figure earner who has been on stages this year at generic events. And his comment was simply this: how does it feel to be a part of a real company with a real product? And I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, you know what I mean. He's like, you have no idea how big of a deal Protandem and LifeVantage is. I said, no, I kind of have an idea, but it's just good to hear from you that you think it's a big deal. And he's like, there's so many companies that are just signing people up, getting traction, and then they're disappearing because they don't have a real product. You guys have a real product. He's like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable, your subscription base. He said, I've never seen, because I gave him the numbers. I gave him the ID to my back office. He saw the numbers, right, to prove to him what we have. And he's like, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in all my years of network marketing, that you guys have such an amazing product that's real. And so I just wanted to share with you guys a couple thoughts, because you build your organization around two things, okay? You build your organization around a product base. And for us, our flagship product is Nerf 2, Protandem Nerf 2. And you build accordingly to the comp plan. Now, that's not just LifeVantage, that's all network marketing, okay? What's their product and what's their comp plan, and that will determine every action in the distributor's day-to-day activities, okay? And so I just wanted to remind you guys this. We have a catalog of products now that people can take advantage of and see immediate results. But just know that our flagship product, Protandem Nerf 2, is not a product that people are going to swallow the pill and immediately are going to, feel these amazing results. And so a big part of what we do to build a big organization is product education around the activation, not supplementation of Protandem, getting your body to do the work and educating people on what we have, right? Now, we don't want to become scientists. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm telling you is if you'll tell enough stories and share your excitement for what the product has done for you, and in part of that story, you're telling them, listen, I started taking it and about 3 weeks later, I felt this, or I started taking it and about 90 days later, this is what happened. Then they start to understand, right? That this is not something that you take and feel immediately. So just know that what we have is not going to be built on a feely touchy.
Now, our hair care, different deal. The moment you open the bottle, you can smell it. You either like it or you don't. The moment you put the conditioner in your hair and you wash it out and you dry your hair for the first time, you either like it or you don't. Axio, I'm telling you, if you want to feel something, if someone wants to feel something, give them 2 packs of Axio and give them 15 minutes. Okay, they will feel it. I promise you. I did it yesterday. I was dead dog tired and I needed to have about 2 hours of concentration. I took 2 Axios and I was good. I was good for those hours. But that's not our flagship products. The second thing I want you to be aware of is what our compensation plan is. We at some point we will tell you a little bit of a lunch we had yesterday or 2 days ago.
For another day.
We will. We'll save that for another day. But there are people in network marketing making a good amount of money. You will not believe what they're having to do to make that money. And we'll talk a little bit more about it. Our compensation plan, as you guys know, is built on subscriptions. The 2 biggest bonuses, the unilevel and the matching bonus, is your biggest bonus until you get to the elite levels, is built on subscriptions. And so with that in mind, you have to know how to present this information to your network. This is not a deal of retail sales and a one-time thing, right? Because that will not compensate you the way you want to be compensated. We are attracting a group of people that are interested in having money coming in their mailbox every month for the work they did 6 months ago and a year ago. And if you keep that in your mind in your presentations and when you're talking to people, they'll start to understand our comp plan a little better. They'll start to understand that when you're building a LifeVantage business, that you're building it for not today's money needs necessarily, but 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and definitely a year from now is why you're building on a subscription-based compensation plan that has a real product that people are going to take for the rest of their life. That is so unique that it still blows the minds of 7-figure earners, guys, that really have lifted the hood on LifeVantage. It blows their minds when they see what we really have. And I just wanted to mention it to you because I know a lot of you guys aren't able to have those conversations that around people from the industry that have been a part of other companies. And I just wanted you guys to know that last night, even though we've been around this for 10 years, and I really didn't want to take the call, I'm glad I did, because I got excited again about our company, our product, and our comp plan, because it just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in any other company. You got something so unique. And I want you guys to just know what you got and go do everything you can to capitalize on the opportunity.
And make the most of the next, what do we have? Like 36 hours, 40 hours, whatever it is. Make the most of it. You guys, time's ticking.
Tick tock, tick tock. Go green, guys. If you're not green, the one and only thing you should be thinking about is going green and helping your team go green. That's it. So simple. So simple. Go in your app. If you're not green, you have the power to change that. Call a bunch of people, follow up with a bunch of people, tell your story, get some sales, right? So that you can go green, your PV's up, and then teach your team how to do that or go help them do that. Be on some calls, be on some webinars, be on some 3-way chats. Use video messenger to tell your story 1,000,000 times. Tell your product testimonies. If you guys will focus on product testimonies for the next 48 hours, a lot more people will go green.
Well, and let's see how many people we can get on tonight's webinar. Let's break some records with that tonight, y'all.
Well, 100's the max. So I will tell you, 100's the max. Don't be late, because if you're 101, you missed out. You have to get the recording. So don't be 101, be number 1 on there. So join in early, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.